welcome to the channel. In this video, we're going to be walking you through a guided meditation on your fear of hell and walking away from Christianity. One of the holds that tends to hold people back is the fear that they're wrong and the fear of hell. And so in this meditation, we're going to address that, so that way you can feel more at peace within your being as you walk away from Christianity. So do not use this video if you are operating any machinery or if you are driving a vehicle. In a moment, my screen will turn black, and it's best that you use this video when you're going to sleep at night. So that way we can go deepest into your subconscious and implant beliefs that support you, beliefs of self-love, and an inner peace and an inner knowing, while still acknowledging the fear that's there and pulling it out and understanding it and seeing it for what it is. So now, if you can take a moment to relax, bring your awareness to your breath. And we're going to slowly inhale for 3 seconds and exhale for 5. And we're going to hold at the top for 2. So we inhale, hold, and release. We inhale, hold, and release. We inhale, hold, and release. And continue doing that as you listen to my voice. Now we're going to relax the body and relax the mind. And we're going to feel as the wave of relaxation starts at the very top of our head as we relax our eyebrows. We relax our eyes. We relax our facial muscles. We relax our jaw as we feel that wave come down. We relax our neck. Relax our shoulders. We relax our arms and our hands and our fingers. As you continue to breathe, we relax our chest, we relax our back, we relax our abdomen, and we sink further into the bed below. We relax our hips, and we notice any discomfort in our hips, and we relax our leg muscles. We relax our calves and our knees and our feet. We take this time to feel into our body to see if there's anything is experiencing discomfort. And if we find discomfort in our body, then we go ahead and relax that discomfort. So we find the position that makes us feel most relaxed, and we sink further into our bed. And now we return our breath to whatever feels comfortable as you lay in bed and you relax. Now, as you relax, I want you to imagine a box. It can be any box that you'd like. It can be a safe. It can be a chest. It can be a cardboard box. Whatever box that comes to mind. And all we're going to do is put all of our thoughts inside of the box. All of the thoughts that we've had about the day. All of the thoughts about things that may be stressing us out. About things that we may be trying to remember. We take those things and we put them inside of the box. We take that box and we send it away. And we affirm that now we have nothing to think about. We have nothing to do but to relax and to fall deeper into a rested state. And now we imagine a staircase going deeper into your mind. And on the count of 3, we will walk down the staircase. And with every step we take, we will go deeper and deeper and deeper into a relaxed state and deeper into your mind. So on this count of 3, with every step that we take, we go deeper and deeper and deeper. 1, 2, and 3. And now as we step down the staircase, we relax further and further. With every step, we let go more and more. We release more and more. And then we arrive at a door. As we approach this door, we open the door and we see on the inside our younger selves. As we approach our younger selves, we acknowledge and we reunite. And we join and we hug. And we take a moment to appreciate our younger selves. In this moment, we're going to tell our younger selves about how much we appreciate him or her, about how much and how strong they were. And I'll leave you to have a dialogue with your younger selves for just a moment. pictures of joy, pictures of happiness, and pictures of moments that make us feel bliss. And when we arrive at the bottom of the staircase, we arrive to a room, and we see two chairs in this room. And we sit down in one chair, and we allow our younger self to sit in the other chair. Now we pull up a third chair, and in that third chair, we set all of our beliefs regarding what we've been taught about the afterlife. Inside the chair is a small box, and we set all of the beliefs inside of that box. We set our fears inside of that box. We set the beliefs that we had taken on as children inside of that box. We set all the pains, all the hurts, all the neglect. We set those inside of that box. And I will leave you for a moment to go through your mind and to find all of the beliefs and to find all of the fears that we will set inside of the box. As you're doing this, you're holding space for your younger self. Maybe your younger self has his own or her own things, ideas, beliefs that they would also like to put inside the box. And now we can take that box and we can look at it, and we look at those boxes, the things that are inside of that box. We see that as separate from ourselves. We see the fear, we see the neglect, we see the shame, we see the outcast, we see the hurt, we see the pain that is inside of that box. And we know that that box is not ours. This was a box of fears, shames, guilts that were given to us, whether from society or from our parents. But we understand that those things are not our own. And what we do now is we ask for a being to come and take the box. And so you can imagine that maybe one of your grandparents, maybe one of your ancestors, or maybe an old friend comes up to the chair was never anything to fear, and that these were simply beliefs that were not ours, and that we are free to let them go. And we hold space for that child as that child may cry. That child may need a hug. That child is releasing all of the built-up stresses inside of his body. And allow for a safe space for that child to release all of those beliefs and to release all of the pain and all of the hurt. And now we speak to the child, and we tell that child that we love him or her, and that we will always be there to stand up for him or her. We take that child by the hand and we look into his eyes, and we tell him that these fears are not real. They were given to us from generations past, and we know this, and we understand that that child is still scared. And we hug that child and we hold that child, and we promise to that child that we will always maintain his safety or her safety, and that we will always be there for him or her. And now we embrace that child, our younger self. We hold him close. And now we understand that there was never anything to be afraid of. Now, imagine inside of this room that one of the walls is open, and inside is this window so that you can peer off into the universe. And as you stare into the universe, you see the stars, the nova, the galaxies. You take a moment to admire as the comets and asteroids move about, and you notice the vast nothingness that exists. And now we take a moment to dialogue with that vastness. And we imagine with that vastness that we have a conversation. Then you say to the vastness, I know that you would never hurt any of us. I know that you only love us, though we don't know what you are. We understand your intent. notice that in this place there is no fear. We notice that inside of our bodies we feel very safe. And we stay for a while admiring the beauty of all that is, admiring the beauty of the universe, of all the star systems and galaxies, as we peer out into the universe, and we feel safe. We don't feel threatened. We don't feel as if something doesn't like us or hates us. All we feel is peace. And in this peace, we rest. And we sleep. And we go deeper into our subconscious, and deeper and deeper and deeper. And now we sit. We have found ourselves on a mountaintop, sitting on this beautiful ledge with the valley below and the skies above. And overhead we can see the lights dancing above our heads. We can feel the cool, brisk breeze against our body as we anchor down into humanness. And as we arrive on this mountaintop, we peer into the beauty of nature. Maybe you found yourself in a cold mountain range in the Arctic. Maybe you found yourself in the warm, luscious greens in the Pacific. Maybe you found yourself in the tropical jungles in the Americas or in the Asias. But we sit on our mountaintop and we look at the beauty around as we see the rivers, the rocks, the trees, the wildlife, as we hear the birds and all the animals. And what we do is we notice, we simply notice that none of the trees are afraid. We notice that none of the animals are afraid. We notice that none of the stars are afraid. And we feel the energy of the mountains, and we note that they are also not afraid. And as you sit on that mountaintop, you can ask yourself this question: if the whole of beauty and the whole of creation is not afraid, why was I? sit with that, and we allow that to bring up any of the pain, any of the feelings associated. In the valley below, we see some deer. We see a mother and her child, and we notice that the deer are not afraid, but that they are safely drinking down in the rivers below. And we look at the spirit of the little baby deer, and we see that baby deer is not afraid of tomorrow. It is not afraid of yesterday, but it exists simply in the now. That baby deer does not preoccupy itself with the events of tomorrow. It sits by the water with its mother as they both drink from the safety that they are in. Now we climb back up to our mountaintop, and we sit back down in our ledge as the sun comes over the horizon. As the sun comes over the horizon, we see the beauty of the rays. We see the pinks, the purples, the oranges, the yellows as the sun appears red on the horizon. We see how the sun interacts with the clouds, maybe how the clouds create more beautiful, luscious rays of light. And as we observe these things from our mountaintop, we notice that there is no fear. There is only presence. There is only existence. As we sit, we notice to our right that there is a flower, and on that flower, a butterfly. And we decide to take a moment to appreciate that butterfly. And we look into the butterfly, and we look at its wings, and we notice the vibrancy of the colors of the wings on the butterfly as it sits on the flower. And we see how nature is able to provide for the butterfly. We see the beauty in the exchange between the planet and the butterfly. And we take a moment to appreciate this beauty. And what we notice in this beauty is that there is no fear. And we look back down in the valley below to see the deer in the meadows eating grass by the river. And we see that there is no fear. We look into the mountains, and we see the peaks see there is no fear. We notice that none of the things of nature are scared of for tomorrow. We notice that all of the beauty of nature is connected to the now in this very moment. We see how the deer exist when they understand that they only exist in this moment, and that the only control that they have is in this moment. And now we get up, we pack our things, and we head down the mountain. And inside the mountain, we see that there is a staircase, and that this staircase will return us to ourselves. And so we go into the staircase that follows a waterfall that goes into the mountain. And as we walk down these stairs, we see the beautiful waterfall and the stalactites, and we notice all the beauty that is inside. And we sit there for a moment, and we notice that there is no fear. And we see a door inside of the water cave, and when we open the door, it leads us right back to the room with our younger selves. And so now we walk to our younger selves. We sit down on the chair, and we tell our younger selves, we've walked around the earth, we've viewed the beauty of nature, and we have found that there is no fear. But what we found was the beauty of life. We found the beauty of the deer with her child by the stream. We saw the beauty as they grazed in the grass, and we saw the beautiful exchange of how the earth takes care of her animals. And we report about the beauty in the butterfly, and we explain how the earth takes care of the butterflies. We see the beauty in the flowers, and we explain how the sun and the universe is all coordinated to take care of the flower, and how that flower takes care of the butterfly, and how all of nature serves to support each other. And we explain to our younger self that everywhere that we went, we saw the mountains, we saw the rivers, we saw the sun as it peeked over the horizon, we saw the stars in the sky at night, and everywhere that we looked, we found no fear. And we rest in this safety. presence, we can cultivate the safety that is experienced by so many on this planet. And we can cultivate the trust in ourselves that so many on this planet experience. And so now, you take your younger self into an embrace, and you hug him or her, you squeeze him or her, you kiss him or her on the forehead, and you tell him all is well, you are safe, there is nothing to be afraid of. And so now you take his or her hand and you lead him out of the room, and you start to come back up the stairs. And as you come up the stairs, you notice something on the walls. The paintings that were once there are no longer there, but instead they were replaced with the paintings of the beauty of the experiences that you had experienced in that valley. The paintings are replaced with images of the mother deer and her baby as they were drinking in the meadow. The pictures are replaced with the beauty of the mountains and the beauty of the valleys. The pictures were replaced with the beauty of the sun's rays as the sun came over the horizon, and as the rays were reflected off of the clouds and the mountains. You see pictures of the butterfly on the flower in the meadow, and you see the beauty in all that is. And as you go up the stairs, you continue to walk slowly up the stairs, and you come to the room where you found your younger self. And in that room, you see the box of all the fear, all the pain, all the hurts that is sitting there. And you look at your younger self, and you say to your younger self, I'm sorry that you experienced those things, but we do not need to open that box anymore. We've traveled the world, and we've only found beauty and peace. So we're going to leave the box. And so you take your younger self by the hand, and you lead him up the stairs. And as you're going up the stairs, you feel your younger self slowly and slowly disappearing. As you continue to walk up the stairs, you feel yourself more into your body as you relax. sensations of your body and how you are totally relaxed. And now you can choose to either go to sleep or to replay this video if you want to relax and release even more. You can also loop this video so that it plays in the background as you sleep and as you sit completely relaxed. And now we are going to close this meditation